Yo, let me tell you something. If you read Meditations for Mortals by Oliver Burkeman or plan on reading this book, you're a dickhead. Oh, we got a problem? We got a problem? Oh, okay. It's cool. It's cool now. It's cool. Yeah, everything's nicer. Yeah, it's jolly. Okay, just making sure. Just had to check that temperature. Cool, cool, cool. Now that we on the same page, I could put that down for a second. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's gonna stay there. Don't worry about that. Don't let it scare you. Just pay attention. All right. Look, this book right here is something different. Firstly, we got to talk about why you were searching for it in the first place. Like, what's wrong with you? You trying to better your life? You trying to use your time more wisely? Are you crazy? You're trying to better your time so you can better the time of those around you? Maybe even lift the community that you're currently in? Positivity, what's wrong with this guy? Like, bro, what? You gotta understand, you're weird, buddy. But let me dive into this real quick. This book revolves around finitude. The fact that everything in your life is finite, especially you. You think you're him, you're not him. Let me zoom in, because you don't really understand. You're not him, you're not her. That's what this entire book is about. You're not him and you're not her, but that makes you you. Ooh, let me cook. You're better than him or her, right? Hear me out. You are not going to be everything that you want to be, that you thought you were gonna be when you were 2 or 3 years old. When you were in the classroom, the teacher said, Sally, Bobby, what do you want to do? Oh, I want to be the president of the United. Bob, you know damn well you're not the president of shit. You can barely be the president of your damn self. Come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. That's not you. That's not you. Let's be real for a second. Also, you were not just trying to be president when you were that young. You were also like, on top of being president, I also want to be a firefighter. And you know what? I also want to be a rock star. And I also want to be a fighter. Time out. Goddamn. That's a lot of things. That's a lot of things, is it not? Is it not? But deep down inside, when I say you're not gonna be everything that you wanna be, you're like, damn, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. If you smart, you're gonna stay and listen. If you dumb, you're just gonna get tight and you're just gonna be tight. You're still gonna listen, but you're gonna be tight. Listen. Listen and don't be mad, like, so you can actually hear what I'm saying. You not being able to be everything you wanna be allows you to be everything that you truly wanna be. Let it sit. Firstly, let's say you're on the pre-med route and you're trying to be a doctor, but you also want to be a stripper. Time out. Firstly, I don't want my doctor to also be a stripper. Let's get that out the way. Now, those things don't usually mix. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's impossible, because who am I? Who are you? That's for you to decide, right? But you have to figure that out as to what you're willing to give up, because there's gonna be given you there's no way you can be everything because your time is limited. I understand the concept of time is very, very debatable. Oh, you only have a finite, you could do whatever. I understand those debates. We're not gonna talk about that because they're ignorant. I have 24 hours in a day. Is that a fact or is that not a fact? That's a fact. I have 24 hours in a day. Not exactly 24. If you want to be a weirdo and search up the exact amount of minutes, and it's not exactly 24, but it's about 24 every single day. Just about, okay? Okay. Now that we have that established, that means I cannot go skydiving, build a yacht, build a house, build a college in 24 hours. No, that's what a lot of you were trying to do. I know that's an exaggerated example, but you're trying to be so many things that, one, don't align with each other, and two, you quite literally don't have enough time to do it. And then you sit there and get mad at yourself because you didn't do it. Like, it's not physically possible. It's not about, oh, if I can just believe hard enough, I can do it. I'm not here to just be Mr. Grinch. No, it's literally impossible. And once you understand that, okay, dang, I really can't do that. Not because I don't have the will. It's just the cards were in the universe and humanity, as like my conception is just not a possibility. It's against nature. Now you could do a lot of, just like, okay, I'm gonna break it down to you, because this is the biggest argument that a lot of you are probably thinking right now. in your heads in the back. You're like, what about that guy that was the first dude to run the mile, right? I think under 4 minutes or whatever it was. You know, everybody else was saying it was humanly impossible to do that before he actually did it. Yes, that's a valid point. That one individual, just due to the fact of his own belief and his own volition, broke the record that at the time, people were saying nobody could do. Not one person. You can't do it because it's against, they even said this at the time, it's not humanly possible. Cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's a cool little argument. Let me tell you something. The reason why he was able to do that is because it was possible. I'm gonna let you let that sit. Just let that sit. That is possible. Do you understand the difference? I don't think you understand the difference. That is actually possible. Just because people say there's a difference between what's actually possible, you have to understand the time that you're in, right? And the things that are happening. Technically, everything is possible. You can do everything, but you won't do everything. That man chose one thing, and guess what? He succeeded. He excelled. Perfect, right? He was doing, but he wasn't trying to do track and become the most accomplished artist in the world. A lot of you know what you suffer from? Split personality disorder. And it's really making me upset, because now you're starting to get me angry, because you're really sitting here saying, okay, I can do everything I want to do. No, you gotta let me talk to you, because you still not listening. You still not listening. Listen, bro, you gotta choose. You feel me? There's not like a cap to what you can do in terms of the depth that you can get, but there's a certain amount of range that you have. What's that famous quote? A jack of all trades is a master of none. You can't even be a jack of all trades properly in this day and age. There's just too much going on in everything. Like, you gotta pick, bro. You really do. Whoever you gotta pick. And this book right here tells you, like, if you don't, you're not only harming each individual thing that you want to become, you're deep down is harming yourself, because it's just causing unnecessary stress, because it's going against not just the grain, but everything within you. It's literally not possible to do everything. And because you can't do the impossible, you're making your present a living hell, which is quite literally the definition of counterintuitive if you want to achieve just one of those things on your list of goals or accolades. So what I suggest that you do as a professional dickhead is to read this book, because you're already here, so I know you're a dickhead. And guess what? I read it too, so what does that make me? Read the book fully read the book. Come back in the comments, say what you learned, and really write down, like, what do you really want to do? Because you're gonna have to lose some of those goals. You're gonna have to lose some of those professions that you wanted to go into. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But guess what you're gonna gain? Those professions that you really wanted to go into. Stay with me now. Now. I'm gonna leave you with this. More of the story. You don't got a lot of time, but you got a whole lot of options. You got a whole lot of information.